Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss Drag Race Mexico, Season 1, Episode 6, 7. 6, 7.
Something.
Something like that. Uh, um, so before we get into that, just want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 500 subscribers. We would love, love for you to subscribe so that we can meet that goal by the end of the year. Hopefully, we can meet it before. Fingers crossed, because the numbers have been rising. So let's see if we can make it by the end
Slowly
of the
but
year.
surely.
Yes. The goal is to get monetized. So we meet every other box. We check every other box but the subscribers. So
Yes.
we need
So
y'all to
we need
subscribe.
like another 600 of y'all.
Yeah, so we need y'all to subscribe so we can start making a little coin. This little coin. I ain't
Right.
asking for a lot of
We
coins.
can split that 50 cents.
Yeah, like I would love a quarter.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
do y'all think I
Sit
deserve
there
a
and look at my account one day and be like, what? 25 cents come from?
Baby, please. Come on now. But anyway, um so what did we think of this episode of Drag Race Mexico? We had a good old acting challenge. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm confused by the judging. What the
That
hell was the
part.
judging this week? Like, the person who won should not have won. And I love the person who won.
Right.
But honestly, I really thought they were either going to be in the bottom or lip syncing this week. So it was so much confusion. So much
So
confusion.
much.
But I say we go ahead and get into it. Boop, boop. All right, so we start off the message after saying goodbye. Who went home last week? Who went home last week?
I don't remember.
Argenis. Had to look at my notes. It was Argenis who went home last week. That's right. So they're coming in and they're reading the message, and maybe Gala was hurt. Gala was hurt. I was like, oh, poor baby. Somebody give her a hug. I can't imagine what it's like to send somebody home. Because, we've never been through the process of Drag Race or All Star. So I don't know what it feels like to send somebody home. But she didn't like it. She didn't like it at all. But afterwards, they congratulated Christian on winning the Snatch Game. And we go into the next day. They're walking in. They're talking about how it's only a top 6. And I really loved, this was the longest that we've ever gotten of the chats at the table at the beginning. And, they sat there and they talked about, why they think they should win and, what they represent by winning and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cute. Love that. Love this 6. This is a good top 6. Love that. So Valentina pops up to give this week's room mail. Then she comes into the workroom, all dramatic. And the production asked her to release the dragon. And the dragon in this case was Lolita. So they did a little standoff. They did the little fake slapping moment. They were living, and they were unseen. So we find out that there's no mini challenge this week. I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
I was really enjoying the mini challenges that y'all were putting on. But that's okay, I get it. Especially once I found out that not only are they going to be acting as soap opera villains, they also have to present 3 different looks on the runway. And I'm like, oh, we're doing I don't like calling a ball, especially if you're not making the last look. To me, a ball on Drag Race is you bring 2 looks and you make that 3rd one. Or you bring a look and then you make the 2nd one. Some designing has to be going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they had to bring 3 looks that also told a story as well. So, the ball will consist of 3 looks. And then they're sitting down and they're going over the roles, honey and baby. Everybody wanted the same role.
Well, dang.
Well, not everybody, but Christian and Regina wanted the same role. And then
They always want the same
they
role.
really do. And then it was Margaret and Mataraka, but they were able to get over theirs quickly. Regina and Christian had to play rock, paper, scissors. Which, hey, I ain't mad at it. You know, I'm down for that. Sorry, I'm down for that. So Rahina ended up winning, so she got the role that she wanted. So they go through and they do the rehearsal with Valentina and Lolita. I thought it was weird. I'm like, why aren't they in the full jish? You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be ready to go, but it was more the rehearsal.
Right.
But I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, fine. Maybe y'all want to save the looks for when we get there. Then they had this little, before they got ready for the main stage, they had this little moment where Rahina was reading tarot cards. I'm like, sis, put them cards down, honey. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing? Because half of them were sitting there like, baby, she does not know what she's doing. And I was right there with them like, girl, do you know what you're doing? All right, you better quit playing for some evil spirit come get you.
Right.
Then we go to the main stage. We are joined by Lolita and Valentina, our two beautiful hosts. Like, they both look stunning here. They both look just yum, 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 yum. So, you know I'm going to do it. Who had your favorite look between Lolita and Valentina?
Do I have to pick?
Yes. You ask that every week. Do I have to pick yes?
I know, but they're both so good this week.
It's stunning. I have a pick. I do. But I don't want you stealing mine, so you got to pick first.
Valentina.
And mine is Lolita. Has there been a week where we've agreed? I don't think there's been a week. It's always been.
We agreed last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
That must have been the first one, because typically we like the opposite. Like, if you like Lolita's, I like Valentina's. And if I like...
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So, yeah. But Lolita's, like, look at that. That is so fucking stunning. Like, Valentina is stunning, but Lolita is fucking stunning. I love it. And I'm going to say this now. These past few eliminations have been hard on Lolita. Have you been noticed how emotional she's been getting? I'm like, ooh, honey, this hurts. But
Heck yeah.
But we are joined by Oscar, as always. And then we have our special guest judge. Hold on, child. I got his name typed up for us. He is Alan Estrada. What?
Never. I'm laughing at you.
Don't laugh at me. But it is now time for the soap opera ball. So the first category is Young Girl in Her Beginnings. Up first, we had Margarita. I think she took Young Girl too literal.
Yeah.
The proportions on this doesn't work for me. Like, I like the knitted dress, but it's just like the proportions ain't right. There's not the va-va-voom. It's just boom.
Right.
And I think it was Valentina that told her, if you're going to do drag, bitch. That was funny. But, yeah, like, I like aspects of this. So, like, I would give this a soft 2. What did you think of this look?
Yeah, it was okay.
All right. So up next we have Mataraka. This was stunning. I love this. And I love when she smiled, you could see that some of her teeth were missing, and I'm like, I bet that's going to be a running thing.
But see, Mataraka is skilled and thoughtful and knows how to tell the story with an outfit.
And I felt like her story is what saved her from being in the bottom. Even though I don't think she told the best story of the bunch, she still told a great story. Up next we have Lady Kiro. No. I didn't like this one. I didn't. What did you think of this look here?
I Oh wow. That was the thing. Was like I was wondering why everybody was going with the whole anime look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't my favorite.
Up next is Christian Perlata.
I don't.
Um,
I ain't like that.
I ain't know either. And like it was so, it hurt watching her runways this week because I felt like every look Christian presented just didn't hit the mark, and I'm like, typically Christian
is on it.
Yeah, but last week's runway and now these, I'm like, honey, did you show all your good ones already? Like, did it just look out for you all your good ones to be at the beginning, and now we're finna see the not so great ones? I don't know. We'll continue. Up next is Galavero. Okay, now this gave me one of those creepy little porcelain doll things. Like, that's what I saw when
I think that's what it was supposed to give.
It's not what it's supposed to give, but that is what I received. And like, if this was like any other category, I wish she would have painted her skin that weird white color.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I do like this look. I wish the stockings would have went up higher to cover the tattoos. If we're portraying someone younger, typically they don't have tattoos just yet. some get tattoos at a younger age, but most don't. So yeah, what did you think of this look here?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the porcelain doll look.
Okay. Up next is Regina Voce. I love this. Well, I don't want to say I love this. I understood it. To me, I'm going to say this now. I feel like Regina told the most cohesive story in between the three looks.
Yeah.
I really love where we're starting here. She's pretty much an orphan. Her mother left her. She's selling all that she has. And the wig. I'm forgiving it because it's part of the story. But the
right.
Ooh, it's part of the story, Desmond. It's part of the story. Woo-wee. So we're moving on to the next category, the lady of the house. Now this little girl is all grown up.
Yeah.
And Margarita. Now, I love that the girl grew up to be a social media influencer.
Right.
I just wish, I've said this before with her outfits, I wish there was just one more layer on her dress. Just one more layer, that's all. The rest was really cute. She's like, yeah, look at me, I made it, etc., etc. What did you think of this look?
It wasn't my favorite.
Understandable. Moving on to Mataraka. Love this. She got her teeth fixed. Got a bag and fixed my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. Okay? But this look is stunning. Rich bitch. Rich bitch. What did you think of this look?
I love this look.
Same.
Yeah. Again, she tells a very cohesive story, and it's like, yeah, now I'm rich enough to have diamonds on my teeth.
Up next is Lady Kiro. I'm just gonna say her story was one of the hardest ones to follow.
I was about to say, what does this have to do with her previous look? I'm confused.
Like with the others, some of it's a little stretch. Like, okay, I see how you got her. But from Lady Kiro's first to here, even when she was explaining, I'm like, huh?
Your explanation's not making no sense.
If Johnny had 5 apples, that's how I felt. If Johnny had 5 apples. But I will say,
we took 4 of them. How many does little Johnny have left?
No, I do like the dress. I don't want to say this look is ugly. Like, she looks stunning here. It's just it's not telling the cohesive story that the judges said that this has to do. Up next is Christian. Again, another look that just missed the mark for me. It just missed the mark for me.
Yeah, it looked like I don't know what this was supposed to be.
Was she supposed to be Madonna? Like I was getting a Madonna from this.
Is she supposed to be who?
Like Madonna?
Deletana.
Like if she takes that black corset thing off, it looked like she's finna tell us all the people on the floor. Let me see you dance. That's what it's giving. Get it on the floor.
The corset is like ill-fitting and makes her look bulky. And I don't know if it's because she already has a corset on underneath.
I think that's what it is. And
then she put that on top. Or I don't even know if she ever corsets, period. And that might be what the problem is she never corsets, and therefore that corset is like ill-fitting.
I don't know. It didn't work for me. Moving on to Galavero. I love this.
Yes. Now, see, this would have made sense for like social influencer.
Yes. I will say the looks, the story wasn't,
cohesive,
but I will say look 2 to 3 is cohesive, but look 1 to 2, I'm like, how did we get here? Oh, okay. If that's what you say. Right. But the look is stunning.
Yeah.
Up next is Regina Voce. Baby, an actress. Actress. The story she told on that main stage.
Yes.
When she got down on her knees and started doing the fake sobbing, what was it, after her children died? Yeah, it was her children.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was like, okay, I'm going to be mommy dearest. Here's my child. And then they run off.
And I'm like, I love the story of being motherless to now becoming childless. And that's what turned her into a villain. I'm like...
And it was the most cohesive story.
It made sense. If 2 plus 2 equals 4, there we go. Like it was spelled out right there for us. Like I could read along. I'm like, okay, okay, I see how we got here. Okay,
Okay,
we ain't jumping through loops. I see what we did here.
Right, because Mataraka's outfit choices were very cohesive. But how she went from I'm a rich bitch to I'm gonna be an evil rich bitch was kind of like, how does that happen?
So the final category is damn villain. Up first is Margarita. Baby, why did she put on this Ursula makeup?
I don't know.
I was like, okay, I understood she lost all her followers. Now all she has is her diamonds. I get the story, but it's just the painted face. The way she painted her face didn't work for me.
Right.
And honestly, I just don't see pink as a color when we're referring to a villain. Yes, she's worn pink in the other outfits, but once you become this evil person, that pink should have become like a gray or like a purple, black. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, okay.
Right. And then, you could have kept the pink on your face because maybe that's just the color you are or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The hair should have turned to, some mousy color. I don't know.
This doesn't give evil. This gives, I'm gonna be quiet. This gives, I'm gonna be quiet. So we're gonna move on to Mataraka. Again, stunning. When Lolita said I would want to wear this, I was like, same. Make this in a couple X's with an L on the end of it. I might be able to do something. And like I said, I do like her story, but from 2 to 3, she just went from rich bitch to evil rich bitch. But wait, didn't her husband die? Was she the one who said her husband died when she was on the runway?
Oh, well, maybe that might be what it was.
Maybe that's why she's evil now.
That might be why she's evil. Okay. If that's what it is, then that explains it then.
Yeah. Well, we'll say that's what it is. If we're wrong, let us know down in the comments below. Just don't be rude. Some of these comments we got y'all been a little fly, or at least that's the way I'm taking it. So be careful. Be careful. I'm from Texas. Okay. All right. So up next is Lady Caro, and she turned into a bitter old witch. I do like the look though. Again, her looks were. Mwah. It was just the story was what? Huh?
Not cohesive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up next is Christian Perlata. Same thing. I think they actually told her this. They're like, this color is not
evil.
Up next is Galavado.
Like you don't think evil when it comes to yellow.
Yeah. Up next is Galavado.
Yes.
I thought this was funny when she turned around and I saw the big lips and the eye mask. And you know, she told a good story too, because this all started because she fell. You know, she busted her face, so she got one surgery, then another surgery, and another surgery, and just over time, she became this evil bitch.
With lots of plastic surgery.
Lots of plastic surgery, darling. Lots of plastic surgery.
Surgery, darling. And then Regina Voce. Why they keep singing Queen of the Universe?
But you know what? This is the second time they said it, and it happened on 2 episodes. She should have won. And that's why I got this particular one, because on the episode she should have won, they referenced Queen of the Universe. I'm like, oh, so y'all playing in my face. Anyway, so Regina, stunning. She's like, fuck love, fuck life, fuck you all.
And you know what the most cohesive thing about all of her outfits was?
What?
The upper part. It was the same for all 3 outfits. And I'm just like, yes, you know how to tell a story.
Yep. She told an amazing story. So, out of all of our queens up here, who had the best collection of looks?
It's a toss-up. Like, the best collection, I would say Mataraka. Correct. The best cohesiveness, I would say Regina Voce.
Correct. That's exactly how I was going to break it down. The best looks were Mataraka, but the best story, the cohesiveness, was Regina. So, I'm going to go with Regina. I'd rather have a good story over great looks, okay?
That's right. I was like, same, we agreed.
So now it's time for the Villain No More, which basically is a support group for villains who are no longer trying to be villains.
Via nomás.
Now, baby, I'm glad it was just not based off of this acting challenge, because
this was rough.
I think there was only like 2 people who actually did a good job, and we'll get into it. So up first,
Regina Voce being one of them.
Correct. Up first we have Lady Caro. She did okay. Like, she wasn't bad. But, you know, I was like, okay, she's doing a good job.
Yeah, she tried.
I felt like the judges were unnecessarily harsh. But then again, I don't know the reference of the character who she's supposed to be. So if they say she's not referencing that character correctly, who am I to say they're not? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're going to move on now to Christian. And I felt like Christian did a good job here. But for me, it felt like you could tell this is the role she didn't want. Like, she's still doing a good job. But you can see there's like a block there, and it's because it's the role she didn't want.
Exactly.
What did you
don't know how to put your all into it.
Yeah. Because it wasn't what she wanted. It was like she was just giving like 80%. Now, granted, her 80% was good. But it wasn't 100%. Up next is Margarita, and honestly, I barely remember her in this little skit.
Facts.
You know, I hate to say it that way, but honestly, I can't tell you anything about what she did here. Up next is Mataraka. This honestly was one of... I would probably say she did the worst.
Yeah.
Again, I'm so confused on her winning this week's challenge. I forget which queen said it. They said they don't agree with it. They think that they just gave her the win so that she can go to the finale or something along that line. And I'm like, in my world, she has 3 wins already. In my mind, like if I was judging this, she would have 3 wins right here. So yeah, she's going. But yeah, this week was not a good week for Mataraka. Like the looks were great, but the storyline was okay, and her acting was not. So it's just like I'm so confused on how she was in the top, let alone got a win here. And this is coming from someone who loves Mataraka. I love her. Like Team Mataraka, I want her in the finale, but I'm gonna be fair, and I don't think this was her strongest week.
No,
I don't. Galavera, she did okay. My only thing is, we've seen Galavera play this character multiple times at this point. We saw it in the Rusical. That's the most recent one in my head. But it just seemed very similar to the character that she played there. And I'm just like, oh, can we get a little variety? You know what I'm saying? But I felt like she did okay. And then Rahina, 8.
Yeah.
No crumbs.
8 left, no crumbs.
No, not a single crumb was left. Like, I don't know why they keep playing in her face, but they finna make me mad. They finna make me mad playing in this queen's face, honey. Because she had the best cohesive story on the runway. She did the best in the acting challenge. I don't understand why she didn't get the win. I don't. The math is not math in here. Okay. Once again, if Johnny had 5 apples, 5 of them.
5 of them.
But we get back to the main stage and we find out that Mataraka is the winner. Now if this was me, the way I would have judged this, I would have gave the win to Rahina.
Yes.
I would have gave a high placement to Galavaro. I would still give Christian a high placement because she did good in the acting challenges, and although her looks didn't tell a story, they were okay. I would have put Mataraka in that low placement because her looks saved her. I truly believe those 3 looks really saved her from that terrible job in the acting challenge. And then the bottom 2 would have been the actual bottom 2 of this episode, Margarita and Lady Kiro. But we find out Mataraka won, and the bottom 2 is Margarita and Lady Kiro. They lip sync to Cotami Ese Hombre del Corazon by Felor Montenegro. I hope I said all that correctly. I hope I said all that correctly. I'm trying. I'm gonna say between this and España, I've noticed my Spanish has gotten better, but it's still nowhere near it needs to be. But yes, what do we think of this lip sync?
So is that I Can't Quit the Man of My Heart?
Oh, I wasn't even trying to translate it.
You know I gotta translate everything. It was okay.
I thought Lady Kiro really surprised me here. I was like, okay, Miss Kiro, okay.
Okay,
wait a minute. You know, it's a little cute. I wasn't mad at it. I was not mad at it. So after the lip sync, Lolita and Valentina, they make their decision and they decide to keep Lady Kiro. Do you agree with this decision?
Yeah.
I do too. I do think she did better than Margaret in the lip sync. So that unfortunately means we must say goodbye to Margarita. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're dancing because they're a winner, baby. No, I think there's this to the moon. To the moon.
Baila.
So next week they will be doing a design challenge.
La próxima semana.
Yes, I'm excited to see a design challenge. You know, I love a good. I love it. I love it. But yeah, that was Mexico this week.
Hey.
You know, the judging has been a little off, but overall, I'm really enjoying the first season of Mexico. And apparently it's doing well because it's already got picked up for a second season, and I believe the casting call is open now too. So if any queens down in Mexico, baby, put in your application, honey. Put in your audition tape. We would love to review y'all next year. So go on and do that. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Krisha, where can they find you on social medias?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all tomorrow. Bye.